This is member-supported Pure Land Buddhism Center of the Philippines. And in this talk, I will explain about the 3 things to forget when doing kindness. In Buddhism, we are encouraged to forget about the good acts that we have done, never to remember them. So by nature, we like to remember, but the opposite is encouraged in Buddhism. So let's see what these 3 are. Number 1 is that I did an action, that I did a good deed. Number 2 is what I did. So what kind of action did I do? Did I help somebody in some way? Did I volunteer? Did I give something to somebody? Did I say something nice? And so on. Did I express gratitude? So there's all these kinds of things, what I did. Number 3 is to the whom, the person that I did that action to. So, like I said, so by nature, we love to remember the things that we did. By nature, we love to think about the good things that we did. But the opposite is said in Buddhism, that we should forget. Why? Because there is more virtue contained in the action when we can forget about it, when we can just do it and just move on and forget about it. The more we start to think about it and to praise ourselves and to pat ourselves on the back, the less virtue that is contained in those good deeds. And based on the law of cause and effect, whatever we do has to come back to us. So we don't have to think about or remember the kinds of actions that we have done. We are encouraged just to plant the seeds and to forget about them. Just do the actions and move on. Do the act of goodness and then forget about it. And based on the law of cause and effect, the results will come around in their own time. We don't have to wait for them. We don't have to think about them. We don't have to expect them, and we certainly should not expect them. So once the seed is sown, the law of cause and effect will take care of the rest. And also, one of the other reasons why we should forget about the things that we have done to other people is that if we tend to hang on to those good thoughts or those good deeds that we have done, we might be expecting something in return from the person that we did it to. And this can be a problem if that person doesn't give back to us or doesn't give back to us in the time frame that we think they should. So if we're holding on to such kind of expectation, there's the likelihood that we are going to become angry at that person for not having returned the kindness that we have shown them. And of course, if we're getting angry in our mind even, it's going to be planting bad seeds. So that's another reason why we should try to forget about it and not to expect anything in return at all, just to move on. So like I said, the law of cause and effect is always going to return what we have done. So we don't have to expect anything from the person that we have given to. And the law, the deeds that we do, they all come back in their own time and from an unexpected source. So it doesn't mean that because we have given to somebody that the law means that that person must give back to me. It doesn't work like that. It might come back from that person, but chances are it will come back from a much different source and in an unexpected way and an unexpected time. So that's one of the reasons why we are encouraged to do good deeds in Buddhism, is to plant as many good seeds as we can. And any opportunity we can is always a good time to take the opportunity and to do the action and not to remember. Just do, and then just move on. And then our life, if we live this way, our life then will be filled with the return from many of these good actions. And of course, that's going to come back like for like. Good deeds come back is good results. So good fortune, good luck will continually come around in our life as long as we continually plant the seeds. So to end this, we are always reminded, always forget a kindness done and never forget a kindness received. So always forget a kindness that I have done. So forget the act, like I said, these three things, the kindness that I did, but never forget a kindness received. So this is just as important. So normally when we get something, we tend to automatically say thank you. And that's it. When someone gives us something, when they help us, we just say thank you and then we move on. But when we are receiving something, it's not the time for us just to move on and to forget about it. In this case, we are encouraged to remember the kindness received. And at the end of that day, it's a good thing to, if we have the opportunity, to send that person a thank you note, send them a text message or an email, or even better still, to write them a note. And so in this way, we are cultivating gratitude within us. And gratitude and happiness go hand in hand. The grateful person is a happy person. So the more we think about the things that we have received, the more we think about how we are supported by the people around us, and the more we feel supported, the happier we are going to be. So we actually live our lives supported by many, many people. Everyone is working together to actually help each other. And when we see this and we come to appreciate it, then we're going to feel grateful for all the people around us. And this will only have the benefit of making me happy. So gratitude and happiness go hand in hand. So in order to be happy, and that's the purpose of Buddhism, is to find happiness and to attain happiness. So the way is by cultivating the mind of gratitude. But it takes effort. We have to make effort to think about the things that we have received at the end of the day. And there's a lot of things that we receive every day, maybe that we don't even think about, from different people in different ways. So the more we can reflect on this, the better it's going to be for ourselves. Whether you use a journal at the end of the day or you just want to sit and meditate on these, it's always good. And to, let's say, count our blessings. So that's the reasons why we should never forget a kindness received. And the opposite is always to forget a kindness done. So this is the mindset of the Buddhist. And we will be a lot happier when we can put this simple little phrase into practice in our daily life.